Hi Leo, it's Michelle from the Guided Intuitive. How are you? So I'm here to do a read for you for December 16th through the 31st, 2018. And this will be for all Leo Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as your Venus signs, okay? So if you're not sure what those signs are, please be sure to check the description box below. There is a link that you can click, plug in all your data, and it'll pop out your astrological chart and you'll be set. And then you can check out those other signs to see if they relate to you, and you might be able to get some sort of information from that. Now, if you're not sure of your exact time of birth, plug in 12 noon. So if you're new to the channel, do that first, and that will allow you to check out those other signs as well, okay? So this will be for all Leo Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as your Venus sign, okay? Take what resonates and leave out what doesn't. We're reading for a lot of people, so energies do transcend as well. So what I might share with you now might have not yet come to fruition, or it might already have come to fruition. So you just never know, because these energies do transcend. So sometimes you got to check back a little later on down the line too, okay? So I do want to thank you for all your likes, subscribes, your shares, and please continue your comments. You know that I'm very active in them, and I totally appreciate it. So thank you very much, Leo. All right, and if you're interested in a group of souls that are on the same journey, go to our Facebook group, The Guided Intuitive. You can click the button on our business page, and it'll prompt a few questions and then slide you right in, because it is a closed group, okay? So just make note of that. And do check out our store, okay? It's listed in the description box below. So I do thank you for checking us out there, okay? All right. So let's go ahead and see what's in store for you, Leo, for this month, and see what comes up, okay? All right, so let's see what we have, Leo. Okay, so you've got the Page of Wands. Okay, very, very interesting. So this just tells me that you are looking at your love life at this particular moment, because we're talking about kind of a relationship, you and the other person. But right now, Leo, is that, when it comes to the wands, this is the Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So this is you here, is what I'm feeling. And this is like you've seen some success, as it relates to your moving forward. And you're really looking at it, and then also looking at long term on what this looks like for you. On how you really see this moving forward. But it's quite beautiful. And I like to see this because it's really just saying that, hey, this is about your creativity. This is about ideas. This is all about passion. It's about energy. So it's, if we're focusing on the love life here, for yourself, this just is like, this is a brand new beginning. You maybe have just started dating, and you've seen some fruitful things come into play. You've had some maybe successful, been successful doing it, but then you're stopping for a moment and looking long term, or seeing how you want to plan to move forward, right? So that's what this is telling me and talking about. So very, very beautiful. Okay. So what else do we have here? And it could indicate too, so just keep in mind that it could indicate, that maybe just looking, into the oasis, maybe saying, what do you want to do, and how do you foresee this moving forward in terms of a relationship? Now, the next card that you get is Temperance. So you, in your relationship, you want something that's really balanced, okay? You want something that's more balanced and not one-sided as it comes to a relationship. That this is very, very key for you. So that's how I see this here. And this is all about harmony. This is about, having self-control in your emotions, as well as, body, mind, and soul, and just having that balance and emotions in check, and all of that as it relates to your relationship. So I like to see this. I think it's beautiful. It's about moderation. It's about whatever you're doing in your love life, you're being moderate about it. You've got self-control as it pertains to a particular situation. So in terms of your love life, but that is something. Now the Cubs could be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So now that could be in your Sun, Moon, or Rising, or it could be if you want balance in a relationship with someone that's carrying that energy, or that particular sign perhaps. Ooh, so you come and you're working to get the Six of Wands, and this is beautiful. This is about recognition. This is about being recognized for who you are, and what it is that you've done and what you've built in your life. This is about victory. This is about good news. It's also about being the boss, at times too. It could be just being the, and that type of thing, but it could be that you're victorious in a relationship, okay? And this is beautiful. I like to see this. You're moving forward. People are recognizing you. And so maybe that you're becoming someone and you see the value in you, and therefore others are seeing the value in you as well. I think when you embody that yourself, that it can also attract others that very same way. But this is beautiful because you're being recognized in love, and I like to see this, okay? So this is quite beautiful, okay? So you're being taken in control of your own love life moving forward, and I think that that's quite beautiful. So what other information do we have on you? Gosh, this is crazy. Everyone's getting this, the last two reads I've done have got the star card, and that's what you got, right? This is awesome. And you know, when you're feeling so revered and you're feeling so valued with yourself and happy for your achievements as it pertains to whatever it is in your life, it could be love or whatever, you're really feeling like the star, okay? Very balanced too. The other 7 stars represent the 7 chakras, right? And what this talks about is that you're feeling very balanced in this. You're really feeling inspired, okay? Really inspired. There's a sense of renewal in a relationship within yourself. There's a lot more clarity. There's a lot more hope in terms of moving forward too in a relationship. It's almost as if there's a miracle can happen for you right now, okay? And it could happen within a relationship, within you as it relates to your love life. So let me know in your comments below, okay, Leo? Let me know. That's quite beautiful, okay? I love seeing that star card. That's one of my favorite cards in the deck. Okay, the next card that you get, wow, you actually get the King of Swords. And the King of Swords, when he talked about the swords, that is the air element. That's Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. Now, you might have that in your sun, moon, or rising sign. But what this talks about here is that there has been maybe some sort of struggle in the past. And what you do is you cut things up that are maybe standing in the way, that's not moving you forward in your love life. And you're really at the center of your domain as to what it is that you'd like to see in terms of your love life, a relationship, you know, whatever that case may be. But this is quite beautiful. This is quite beautiful. And I like to see this here. So it's just about, you know, just taking ownership of your domain, you know, with a lot more clarity, making about decision making, and moving forward. There's a lot of clarity here. There's no gray skies in the background, or you're on solid ground. So it's about, you know, that intellect and using that as well as it relates to your relationship. Now, what about this other person? What can we get on them? Oh my gosh, Leo. They had the 10 of Swords, so they just had an ending, okay? You know, just kind of the dark night of the soul type stuff, okay, right? I always, you know, I used to be afraid of these types of cards long ago, but just, you know, I gotta tell you, I really embrace them. And it's really something, because this is what life is all about. This is what brings in the flavor of, this is what colors in your life so you could take and learn and move forward. But the swords are the air element. There's been some sort of challenge, some sort of action that had been taken place. And this other person really is kind of at the end of a cycle, so to speak. There's been a change, okay? A struggle, some sort of moral conflict that could be inside this person or within this relationship here. You know, it could be that. But the swords are Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. So Leo, if you're dealing with one of those, let me know in your comments below. There could have been an ending with someone of that sign or that type of energy. You know, that could very well be the case, okay? They feel left out in the cold. They actually get the 5 of coins, 5 of pentacles here. And the 5 of Pentacles is just telling me that, okay, there is perhaps some sort of worry, some sort of isolation. Maybe it was a financial loss that this person experienced by the breakup with you, or, you know, or some sort of ending that they had, okay? Whatever came to an end in terms of a situation. But that's what this is saying. How interesting, you know. And a lot of times it's like you're staying up at night and you're worrying, there's grief, and there's maybe some sort of a depression, you know, kind of that type of thing. But this person is asked to go within, and what they're getting is the High Priestess. I like to see that. I like to see that they're going within, because this talks about going within and using the intuition and trusting their own instincts. And, you know, they too might have had secrets, you know, in the past, but they're really confronting their own intuition and finding out what it is that they want in their love life moving forward. But they are tapping into their spirituality, which is just a beautiful thing, especially after something like this. So very, very important there, okay? And it's been a challenge. They always feel like they were, you know, as they were going through, comes out to be the 7 of Wands. So yeah, that's what this is saying. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius type energy. Again, passion, ideas, creativity. they're moving forward. They're the victor. They're still standing tall in terms of being the victor, but they feel like they've had a lot of competition. And it could have been in a relationship or a struggle within themselves through this process. But it could have been within the relationship, either with you or just a struggle inside themselves, in this process. And they too, they're actually going within. They're going within in the Hermit mode and shedding some light on their intuition, on what they could actually, what revelations can bubble up inside them through this process, because this is really, really key here. Wow, how good. It's just going in for clarity, and they're looking for their own personal truth as well. And I think that's also what you are doing over here, doing the very, very same thing on what that looks like. So let me go ahead and pull some cards as to what it is that you would like to say, Leo, to them. And then, of course, what they would like to say to you, okay? So let's check that out and see what that is for you. So what is it, Leo, that you would like to say to this other person? Oh my gosh, it's hard admitting I might be wrong, okay? Interesting. Now that's strength in there, okay? That's really acknowledging that with a clean heart and being very peaceful and congruent with yourself, and it's going to be very much appreciated by your partner on that. There's nothing more that you need to say or do. That right then and there is just really beautiful. It's really quite beautiful. Wow. So what is this other person? What does this other person want to say to you, Leo? Okay, let's check this out. Okay, what do we have? Wow. Jeez, and it's so funny. There's so many cards in here. I think there's 60 something cards in here. And what's so funny is that no matter how much you shuffle, I'm getting the same ones on the same signs, just routinely. So it's just crazy like that. But what I'm getting, what this other person wants to say to you, Leo, is I'm your friend. And it's painful seeing how quickly I could become your enemy. Oh, wow. And like I said, there could have been maybe some sort of ending, and it doesn't have to be romantic, so to speak. Like I said, it could be a friend, it could be a situation, whatever the case may be. But with love and compassion, a lot of things can be solved. So what can we do in order to breach this gap here, right? What can we do to breach this gap here? And what's going to help both of you in this process? Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay. Karmic completion. So you both have probably finished a karmic completion. Well, we know the other person did, okay? And since you've got here the almost like the Page of Wands, it's almost like a new beginning. So you probably came out of one as well, Leo. I mean, that's really what I see, especially moving on into the Star, becoming the victor. You're really doing well and balancing things out. But it was definitely a karmic completion. And it's just a new beginning, and ending with a new beginning. And with this, don't let pride stand in your way. And that would be it goes for both of you. So in terms of the communication, this, what's interesting is that 19, reduces to a 1, right? Goes into a 10, reduces to a 1. New beginning for you both. So it's a karmic completion. Don't let pride stand in the way, right? And within each other. And new beginning, right? New beginning, new beginning, new beginning, right? We're going to see if we can pull something out here and see what comes up after that. Perseverance. If you want the stability of this relationship, which is the 4 card here, continue to persevere down that road, okay? It's going to take a little bit of work to work on this, but it's also could be very, very successful for both of you because you're both individuals. And it's almost like you're coming together. There's 1 and 1, right? It makes an 11. That's a spiritual connection. But you're separate people, and then when you come together you come together both as a third entity, and that's what you have to work on there. Keep your individuality. Don't give that up. But be honest and forthright in terms of your communication with passion, but with compassion, I should say. But that's quite beautiful. Wow, how interesting. So, Leo, let me know if this resonates with you. Please note your comments below. And I look forward to seeing you in the new year. Have a fantastic holiday season, and see you in 2019. Namaste.